Hi guys, it's Misty from the Book Rat, and I've got a bit of a chat for you today. The folks at Better World Books asked me what one book would I give to my younger self, and funny you should ask because I actually did a video on this with a whole long list of books that I wish that I could give to little itty bitty Misty, but if I had to narrow it down to one, that kind of changes the question a little bit, so I thought I'd revisit and we'd talk about it. Kind of settled on a strange one because it is a book that I read as a kid, but I wish some things. So first, before I get into what the book is, I'm going to talk a little bit about why I'm going the route that I went. There are plenty of books that I love so much now that I could say I wish I had given it to myself at a younger age. But the thing is, you never know if a book is going to hit you in the same way if you had read it at different times, different moods, whatever the reason may be. So would I love Pride and Prejudice the way I do if I had read it when I was younger? Would Jellicoe Road have affected me the way it did if I had read it when I was younger? You never really know, and maybe I would have missed out on something, and maybe there are books that I read when I was a kid that I didn't love as much, and that if I had read them now and come to them with more of an adult perspective, maybe they would have blown my mind. Who knows? So it's kind of a hard question to really answer, but there is one book that I talk about fairly frequently that had a really big impact in sort of the way I read books, the way I chose books, what I expected from them, and that is the Song of the Lioness series, the Alana books by Tamara Pierce. Yeah, I did read these when I was a kid, but sort of like early to mid-teens, and it was sort of a weird phase for me. I felt like I was too old for them, and like I had to be more adult and I guess push myself. And so when I read the first one and loved it, I kind of wanted to hide that fact and tried to hide that I finished the rest of the series and was really voraciously reading it. And I want to give those books to younger Misty. And first of all, say, you're gonna love these. They're gonna change your perception of what a female main character can be and what you can get out of a book and the ways a book can affect you and the ways characters can really become a part of you. But I also want to tell younger Misty, it's okay for you to like these. It's okay for you to be a girl who likes sci-fi. You don't have to hide that. When I was probably 8 or 9, I had someone tell me that I needed to stop reading the superhero comics that I loved because they were for boys. And though now I'm old enough to be like, that's BS, and how could you say that to a kid? Then I was young and impressionable, and it was an adult who I respected telling me that those were not the books for me. Those were not the thing for me. And I think that mentality kind of bled over into my enjoyment of the Song of the Lioness series and of sci-fi and of anything that was considered boy territory. It made me hide it, it made me feel a little guilty, and it made me not openly love it and push it the way I would with other things. I want to go back and just sit young Misty down and say, look, forget that nonsense. You're gonna love these and you need to talk about them loud and proud and let other people love them. Push them, discuss them, reread them, and know that it's okay. So kind of a different tack, I guess, with this question. It's not just books that I wish I had read as a kid, because there have been plenty that I liked as an adult, but I know I would have loved as a kid. But this is a very specific book for a very specific reason. And though it still became a big part of my life, and I made a little bit of a fool of myself when I met Tamara Pierce last year, a lot of a fool of myself, I wish I could share this book with younger me because I wish I could talk to younger me and let her know that it's okay to be happy and to be herself, and that books have the power to help you do that. Okay, so I probably took this in a totally weird direction, but there you have it. That's the book and why. If you are watching this on my channel or my blog, let me know in the comments what your books would be and why. And if you're watching this on Better World Books, hi! My name's Misty. You can find me online. If you Google the Book Rat, I'm all over the place. And then you can come chat books with me. That's all for now. As always, thanks for watching and happy reading!